And I'm going to take us to the webinar, so please bear with me for a second. So now we are in the webinar series, Your Worship, and it's 6:30 and we're live to Facebook.
Thank you very much for setting that up, Mr. Knopper. So at this point, we will call to order the public hearing of objections regarding Amendment Z21-06 to Zoning By-Law Z21-01, which is regarding nanobreweries. It is Monday, January 17th here at 6:30 p.m. And we are using new technology tonight through Zoom webinar, so bear with us, but so far so good. It'll give us the opportunity to have attendees attend these meetings and be able to not just access us through social media, but to join us again through Zoom in a way in which we're hoping, sets up a little bit more security policies and processes around Zoom. So at this time, we're going to get right into the actual agenda itself. So the first thing is the recording of attendance. I see that all members of council are here with exception of Councillor Blanchard. I'm sure he'll be joining us shortly. I think he will be here this evening. I haven't heard elsewise. And we'll get into the approval of the agenda. It's pretty much for one thing as indicated in the meeting notice, but I'll look for an approval of the agenda. First mover is Councillor Keenan, seconded by Councillor Hurdle. Any discussion or changes on this agenda? Seeing none, so I will look for a show of hands. All those in favor of approving the agenda, please signify by saying aye. That is everybody. The agenda has been approved. I know Councillor Blanchard is joining us right now. Good evening, Councillor Blanchard. Just got through the recording of attendance and the approval of the agenda. We are going to get into disclosure conflict of interest. Myself, I will be declaring one this evening, similar to what you have seen in the past. So I've already talked to Deputy Mayor, so she will take over the actual part E of the agenda. Anyone else? Okay, moving off that one then, and there is no presentation, so we are into the official hearing of objections. So at this time, I'll recuse myself and pass it over to Deputy Mayor Akaji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Your Worship. We are here to hear about the hearing of objections, the amendment to bylaw Z21-06 to zoning bylaw Z21-01 for nanobreweries, PED 211204. And the Council of the Town of St. Andrews is holding this public meeting to hear objections to the proposed amendment, bylaw Z21-06 to the Town of St. Andrews zoning bylaw Z21-01 regarding a text amendment for nanobreweries. So, Mr. Knopper, did we get any questions from anywhere?
Your Worship, we have not received any commentary, feedback, or questions through email or correspondence to the Town of St. Andrews regarding Z21-06.
So, Council, we must wait for a few minutes because there may be some late joiners that might get on and wish to speak on this. So we have to wait our time while we're in order for this to be done tonight.
And Your Worship, we only had one person register for this meeting, and they're not in the attendance at this point.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Knopper. Nice to see you, Mr. Gopin.
You too, Deputy Mayor. Sorry, gotta move my mouse around and get to the unmute button. Tonight I'm very glad to be doing this over Zoom. Very happy to not be on the road.
We could speak to Councillor Hurdle about that. I think he drove home in it, right?
Oh, you were coming from the bank today? You had to go in, I guess.
Yeah, we called it a day a little bit early today, but still it was not a fun drive home.
I wouldn't think so. Those roads are treacherous.
Yeah.
He still has the deer in the headlight look.
Yeah. I had to peel my hands off the steering wheel at a certain point.
Bet you. Because that Bayside Road can be terrible. So.
That wasn't fun.
Nope. Mr. Knopper, you'll let us know when our time is extinguished.
Yes, I will, Your Worship. It's only been 1 minute. We were going to leave it open for 5 minutes, so we should be at 6:38. I will let you know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knopper.
Apologies for being a little late getting on there. I clicked the right link, I think, but there's a little pop-up window that usually shows up there. You say click to join there. For some reason, that little pop-up window was hidden from view and I could not find it. So I clicked the link and everything should have gone forward, but it wasn't. So I was trying to figure out what exactly was going on. But anyways, eventually I found the little window and was able to get myself in just in time, I guess.
Excellent. I had trouble with that getting on this tonight too, because of this new way that we're doing it, so. Mr. Knopper assures me I'll be able to handle it after a couple of weeks.
Well, I've certainly had enough practice doing Zoom meetings. I wouldn't think it would be an issue for me, but for whatever reason, it was hiding. I couldn't find the little button there. So anyways, here now.
Could be weather related. Who knows?
Your worship, it's 6:38 p.m. and no correspondence has come in.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knopper. There are no questions or concerns from council. Okay, then we can move on then, Mr. Knopper.
That's correct, your worship.
So we can go to question period. There is no question period. So the only thing that's left is adjournment.
Correct.
So I need a motion to adjourn. Mr. Heenan, Councillor Heenan and Councillor Blanchard. Seconded by Councillor Blanchard. This meeting is adjourned at 6:38 p.m. Thank you very much.
See you
Thank you,
at
Deputy Mayor.
6:45.
See you very shortly.